Hi, it's Josh from the Fort Worth trailer. Again, we're with another video where we just make stuff. Today we are going to finish our Nerf Slingfire gun, which is great. Been working on this for quite a while, and today we're going to put the finishing touches on. If you've been watching this whole time, I thank you very much. Today is my favorite part, and that's putting the weathering on and really bringing it to life. So let's get started. Okay, so today we are going to break out the acrylics again, and I'm going to use pretty much every color I have on this particular gun because there are so many different colors. So we went over these colors before, but I'm going to go over them again. So I have my sienna, raw sienna. I have burnt sienna. And then I have iron oxide, which is rust. And that's obviously really important because there's going to be rust when we're weathering it. We were going to try to make this look old. Black, obviously. And then another important color, and that's this. And this you might not think of, but this is bright aqua green. And the bright aqua green is similar to the iron oxide. Steel rusts, makes iron oxide, where brass, which has copper in it, corrodes into, I don't know what it's called, copper oxide, I don't know, but it turns green. So this color will help make the copper parts of it look like they should when they're corroded. So make sure we have our colors. We have our water because it's water-based, and we need to be able to thin the paint with water. And then I have a couple of brushes here. And in the previous episode where we made the buttstock look like wood, I used these flat brushes. And today I'm going to use a little bit more of this round brush. And the round brush, you could use the flat brush, but because we're doing more dabbing and just kind of putting dirt on just randomly, I'm going to use the round brush. But either one is fine with however you want to do it. I might actually use the flat brush a little bit if I need a little bit more detail. And I also have some rags here, or some paper towels, and that's because this technique we want to put really thin layers on. So we're going to put color on and we're going to remove it, and put color on and remove it. And we're basically going to build up, just like dirt would really build up on something slowly over time, one thin layer at a time. We're going to build up the dirt on this just quicker and in an artificial way. So let's get started by putting our color down. Now I use a piece of hardboard as my work surface because it also makes for a really good palette. It's good. It doesn't absorb the water, and it's smooth for mixing the different colors. And you kind of have to plan ahead about where you want your colors. You want to be able to mix them all together, but you want the colors that you're going to use the most often closest. So black I use on almost everything. Black's used to control how light and dark something is. And then the other colors to varying degrees. Like I'll mix the two siennas together a lot. I probably won't mix the aqua with much, so that's why it's way over here on the side. But I'll mix the rest with the black. And we're trying to just make dirt colors. And of course, I lost my brush. So we're just going to mix these together. And dirt is all different colors. Dirt, if you have a white car, think about it. If you have a white car, the dirt is gray and black. If you have a black car, the dirt is light gray or white. And that's not because the dirt is different, but because there are actually different colors of dirt, and the different colors show up depending on what the background is. And so there are all different colors of dirt, which is why we have different colors here. Now we could all mix them together into a nice kind of grayish, brownish color, But we want some of the places to have a little bit lighter and some of the places to have a little bit darker, and that'll make it more realistic. But really what you're going for is kind of a sludgy look. If it looks like kind of sludgy oil, then you're doing the right thing. You're in the right direction. We want it to be, oh my goodness, pretty. I'm not going to be able to use that. We want it to be pretty thin. Let's see. We want our paint to be pretty thin. And you'll notice when we put it on the first coat, I don't know if you can see in the camera, but it balls up. Or balls up. The paint, the surface tension of the paint, you'll notice it doesn't really stick very well. And that's because we're putting this over wax. And it's just like in the car, it beads up. That's what it beads up. But even when you wipe it off, it does leave a little bit of residue. So the next time you put some down, it sticks and it doesn't bead up. And you'll notice that first I'm going around kind of the grooves, you know, the seams, anywhere that isn't going to be naturally rubbed by your skin or by just rubbing up against stuff. So dirt's going to get up in those cracks for sure, and then near the cracks. And you don't want to just model all over this. You do want to plan. You want to think about it. You need it to be uneven, and you want it to be in places where dirt is going to be. And just because this is black, for example, doesn't mean that it doesn't have dirt on it. Remember, if I make a nice grayish color here, it'll look different on the black than it will on the silver, but it'll still, you'll be able to see it in both places. It'll just so basically you just go and I'll do mainly dirt, like browns and blacks, and then I'll add a little bit of the other colors as we go. Just like, for example, a little bit of green, but you can't leave hardly any of that on. And for sure I'll go over that with some of these other colors. So it's just a hint of it. And I'll just do that over the whole thing. Keep going. So I'm going to speed the video up and have you just watch as I put dirt on it, make it dirty. Okay, so I am finally finished. I will reiterate that this is the most difficult, most complicated of all of the mods that I do. Now, I haven't done every Nerf gun, and there may be one in the future that's more complicated than this, but this is right up there. But this is what we've come up with, and I am pretty pleased with it. There's obviously always stuff that I wish I could do better. In this case, it was so hot that the spray paint didn't really work like it was supposed to, so I've had to kind of cover up a lot of that, and the weathering went on a little bit more difficult than it normally would because of the roughness of the paint job. But there's ways around that, and what you didn't see in the video is I went ahead and put some weathering on the buttstock. Not a whole lot. A little bit of that green around the brass and a little bit of light colored dust kind of in the cracks of the wrap here. And then I put it back together again, and here we go. So this is what it takes to turn a green and orange and black plastic toy into something that, you know, would go really good with a costume or on a stage or in a movie production, would look realistic. And, you know, from the camera, obviously you can see this. It looks pretty good. It looks really good. Came out pretty well. So once again, thank you for watching. I love making these videos. I hope to have another project for you soon. And please comment, tell me what you would like to see me make. If you have any comments or ideas or suggestions about this project that I did, continue to subscribe, don't like, or comment on our videos. And until next time, until my next project, see ya.